Going on, guys? Yeah, welcome in, everybody. Yo, what's up, Jonathan? Uh, most of my clients either come from word of mouth or social media or Top Line Pro. In the beginning, it was pretty much all word of mouth, or I used Yelp back in the day. I mean, I still use Yelp, but I don't pay for it anymore. How's everyone's weekend going so far? Welcome in, everybody. Matt, thank you for the follow. Chris, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you guys. Jimmy, thanks for liking the live. What's everyone got going on for the long weekend? Hey, thanks, Pedro. I appreciate it, man. Thanks, Jimmy. I'm glad you like the content, man. What's up? See you later. Do I prime the whole house and then paint the whole house? That's a house by house situation. If it's previously painted and the paint is in good condition, then all it needs is a spot prime, basically just priming any repairs. If the house has like raw stucco on it or chalky paint or something like that, then the house needs a full prime. Also, a full prime is a good idea if you're going like with a really light color over a darker color. The house I'm working on right now is brown. It has a couple walls that are completely restuccoed. So I'm going to be doing a full prime on this house because I'm going with alabaster on the stucco. So the couple walls that were restuccoed need full prime because it's fresh stucco, and then I'm just going to do the whole house to make it easier for the paint to cover. Willie, thanks for the follow, man. Thanks, see you later. I'm glad you like the content, man. Yo, what's up, Gojo? How you doing? BC Ross, thanks for that follow. Appreciate it. Yo, what's up, Paulo? How you doing, man? Joaquin Gonzalez, how's it going, man? What's everyone doing on this long weekend? Welcome in, Chevy girl. Yo, what's up, Caleb? Shout out to the Union Painters. That's a good way to get started in the painting industry. Homesick. I'm sorry to hear that. Actually, the Union pays pretty good. It's a good way to go for your career if that's what you want to do. You will sub to me? I typically don't work with general contractors, man. I like working directly with the client. But I'm glad you're doing good, man. Painting a tile roof black, does it last? If so, what paint do you recommend? To be honest, I don't paint roofs. I don't really agree with it, but there are products that they make for it. Specifically, you want something like elastomeric. Roofs expand and contract a lot, especially if you're putting black on it. So you want to make sure that it's a flexible product designed for roofs. But you also want to be careful because a lot of times that will void any warranty on the roof. Joaquin, thanks for subscribing to the YouTube, man. Francisco, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people painting roofs lately. I don't do it. I don't feel comfortable painting something that I don't feel comfortable putting a warranty on. You feel with the heat it won't last? Yeah. Like I said, there are products that they make that are designed for roofs. But I see people on social media putting the absolute wrong products on roofs like that, especially with a dark color. Be lucky if it gets like a year or two max before it starts peeling and having issues. Yo, Oranges, thanks for that follow. Appreciate it. A lot of people paint outdoor cement. Yeah, they actually make concrete like stains, which is it actually absorbs into the concrete. But again, concrete doesn't really expand and contract with the roof. A tile roof, it expands and contracts. Also, when you paint it like that, you can trap moisture. There's just a lot of things that can go wrong if you paint a roof. That's why I don't do it. The last thing I want to do is have a call, 6 months or a year later when their roof's leaking or the paint's peeling off of it. I don't take any chances with it. Cecile, thanks for the follow. Larry's Mobile Detail, thanks for the follow. How many coats on stucco do I recommend, or does it just depend? I usually recommend 2 coats on everything, man. Love the no BS paint talks. Glad you like them, man. I've been getting a lot of positive feedback and a lot of DMs of people that I've been helping, so that's really the goal with all this, is to help people. I actually just posted a video. I had a follower reach out to me in my DMs about she hired a contractor to paint some cabinets, and he did an absolute terrible job. Got paint everywhere on her driveway, on the walls that weren't getting painted. Just a horrible experience. So fortunately he was licensed, so I gave her some advice on how to proceed with that, but it's just really unfortunate. It seems like no one really takes pride in their work anymore. Actually, I'm not going to say no one. There's people that take pride in their work, just not a lot of them, I guess. Yeah, I'm a one-man crew, man. I'm glad you like the videos, bro. You used to be a painter back in 2004, been wanting to start a painting business. What's stopping you, man? Whenever I secure a job, do I make the client sign anything? Yeah, I always have a signed contract. 10% deposit to book the job and a signed contract. Painting concrete roof tiles, I don't do it. I don't really agree with it. I know a lot of people do it. Not something I feel comfortable doing. Not a liability I want to take on. A lot of times it voids the warranties, especially with like felt roofs. And then if you do decide you want to paint a roof, you need to make sure you use a proper product for it. Not knowing the business part of it. That's something takes time to learn. How many years of painting experience do you have? They have I don't know if you're in California, and here in California they have like contractor schools you can go to. They're like contractor license prep schools, so it's like courses and stuff to learn. A lot of that is learning the business and law side of things. But you can certainly learn the business side of it, man. I mean, no one really knows the business part when they first start. What lead programs do I use to get consistent work? I use Topline Pro. They designed my website for me, and they use SEO to bring in Google leads, and it's an amazing service. I have a link in my bio if you want to check it out. but in the last 2 months, I've gotten like 70 leads from them. Yo, what's up, Phil? Thanks for the hype, man. Do you need a website or social media enough for your company, like for marketing and stuff? I have it all, man. Social media probably is enough, but um, the more you have out there, the more professional you look, the more exposure you have, the more trust it builds with your clients too. When people search for a company, they want to see a bunch of information. When you search for someone and you can't find a website or social media or anything, any reviews, it's kind of a red flag. Is it like Yelp? No, it's not like Yelp at all. Uh, Topline Pro actually designs you a website, and then I don't know how to explain it exactly, but like I said, I do have a link in my bio. If you click that link, you can have them design you a free website draft, and a lot of the information's in that link about what they do, and then they would proceed to call you and go over everything with you. Yo, Phil, thanks for that follow, man. Yo, what's up, Alex? Yeah, one cool thing about Topline Pro is it's like all automated. They use AI, so if you follow me on Facebook, you probably see some of my posts where I'll have photos of my work and stuff, and it will say like posted by Topline Pro. They do automatic posting to your social media page, to your Facebook, and to your Google listing with certain keywords and stuff that's supposed to draw traffic to them. So it's pretty amazing. And then you can go on your Topline Pro app and review any posts before they actually post them. So like once a week, they'll show you all the posts they have scheduled, and then you can either leave them alone if you like them, or you can edit them or delete them if you don't want them posted. There's a lot of automation that goes into it, so it just makes everything smoother, less things that you actually have to do. And then I have an AI receptionist too that answers calls and texts for me. Is it expensive? Like, do you recommend it for a starter company with no profit yet? The prices range from 200, 250 to 300 a month. So, obviously, I mean, you have to have money to be able to afford that, but at the same time, you have to be able to start bringing in leads too. So that's really a decision that you'd have to make. If I was starting out, I would absolutely do it, especially now that I've used it for a few months and see how it works. But my suggestion to you, if you can't afford to do something like that yet, would be to start posting on social media, because that's free. And then you can also run some like small boosted ads on Facebook with small budgets, $10 or whatever. Just start getting your name out there, and then every time you complete a job, like a little side job or whatever you're working on, or if you're working for a company, set aside a little bit of your paycheck and start saving up for some marketing and stuff like that. Yo, John and Keek, thanks for the follows. Appreciate it. User 911, thanks for the follow. Do I actually get help to do any painting, or do I spend most of my time online? I do all the painting by myself, and I do spend plenty of time online. This is my main source of marketing, man. Yeah, of course, man. No worries. Do I have any magic sandpaper like you have in the UK? Not sure what you're referring to. I'm assuming no, if I've never heard of it. Ket, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. What do you mean by magic sandpaper, man? Welcome in, Michael. So where's everybody watching from? Drop it in the comments where you're from. Yo, what's up, Alex? Welcome in. Joseph, thanks for the follow, man. You're from Dallas, you work as a painter, but you want to try to start your own business? I definitely recommend doing it, man. Working for yourself is, in my opinion, the best way to do it. Definitely has its ups and downs, but it's definitely got a lot more ups than downs. How long have you been painting for? Yo, Jason, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Caballo, thanks for the follow. Does anyone have plans for the long weekend? Does anyone have to work tomorrow? Welcome in, Ali. Welcome in, Debo. What's up, Clifford? Welcome in, Steady Line Painting. I'm only gonna be live a few more minutes, guys. I'm gonna go hang out with the kids. Alright, guys. I'm gonna end the live. Just wanted to pop on for a little bit. Hope everyone has a great rest of your weekend. I'll probably be going live again either tomorrow or Tuesday. You're the best painter in South Florida. Nice, man. What's the topic? Honestly, there was no real topic, just kind of answering questions. Thanks, Robert. Glad you like the content, bro. Debo, thanks for that follow, man. Dang, I was just about to get off and you guys are starting to ask some questions now. I'll stay on for a few more minutes if you guys keep chatting. I'm gonna be honest, Clifford, I don't really care for Corona brushes. I know a lot of people do, but I wasn't really impressed when I've tried them. Oh, you're in Riverside County too? Nice, man. We're neighbors. Yeah, I generate a lot of leads through my organic content. And then I generate the rest of my leads through Topline Pro, which is a link in my bio. Hang on, it takes time for people to join. Yeah. I've been live for like 30 minutes. I've had some people in here chatting. I think it's a little slow too. It's on a long weekend. I'm sure people are out of town and doing things. I just got a message from... It's not the brush, it's the painter behind it. Yeah, that's true. I mean, any good painter can cut in a good line with pretty much any brush. What's working with painting content niche? I make a variety of content. I do some tutorials. I do some funny content. Lately, I've been posting a lot of like advice. I try to mix it up to appeal to everyone, or as many people as possible. Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out my last video I posted, you should check it out. I had one of my followers reach out to me looking for advice. They hired a contractor, a licensed contractor, to paint their kitchen cabinets, and they did an absolute horrible job. So it just goes to prove that just because you're licensed doesn't mean you do good work. You really got to do your homework when you're hiring people. But yeah, I asked her permission if I could share her story, and she said, yeah, as long she's hoping that it helps other people maybe avoid her situation. So it's just crazy. Like, if you look at that video, the guy said the work was finished, and it just looks absolutely horrible. I just can't believe that people have such low standards. You want to know how to prevent the ladder from slipping on certain places that are kind of high and need new tools? Um, what places are you talking about? They have, I mean, making sure your ladder's at a proper angle is a good start. They sell ladder levelers that you can adjust, attach to the leg of the ladder, so you can adjust one side, like if you're on like a slight slope or anything. They have like the pivot tool that you can use for stairs and roofs. So yeah, there's a lot of tools and things you can do for stabilizing your ladder. Jeremiah, thanks for that follow. Appreciate it. Florida has metal roofs now, no tiles. Yeah, I don't work on houses too often that have a metal roof, so I don't really know. I imagine you have to be careful with the ladder up there too, because you could probably dent the roof. Certain places when it's a two-story house, yeah. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one, man. I think I've only worked on a house with a metal roof like a few times. And I didn't really have to go up on the roof on those houses, so. Med, thanks for the follow. Yo, what's up, Robert? Thanks for that heart me, man. How you doing, bro? Purdy all day, man. Yo, Robert, thanks for those gifts, man. How's your weekend going? Another hot day already? How hot is it over there, man? It's nice over here. It's only like 74. $98 so far. Dang. Yeah, that's hot. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying that Florida is pretty bad for painting. You didn't want to know that? Sorry, bro. Not trying to rub it in or anything. Yeah, Clifford, honestly, just that's why I try to make videos to educate people. Cheap pricing oftentimes costs a lot more than just going with um the middle quote. That's usually what I recommend. Texas in the house, nice. Yeah, people don't have to hire the most expensive quote, but usually when you hire the cheapest, it always costs more, or you just get a shitty looking job. Bikes in hibernation till better tent. Yeah, is that thing air cooled? Even so, it'd be hot just being all geared up on it. We still got to try to get together sometime, maybe in the fall when it cools down and go riding, bro. Yeah, for real. Where I'm at, I mainly paint stucco. Most of the houses around here are stucco. What a lot of houses have is a combination of stucco and siding. They'll have like siding in the front of the house and then stucco around the other three sides. Um, but yeah, you should backroll siding too. Or sometimes if it's like a small section of siding, a lot of houses out here have like little accent um, siding. I'll just brush and roll it because I just like brushing and rolling it. It doesn't make sense to pull out a sprayer for a little small section of siding. Rodrigo, thanks for the follow. What do you got planned for the long weekend, Robert? My preference is Sherwin, man. That being said, I like Benjamin more and they have great products, but I just prefer Sherwin. It's a lot more accessible where I'm at. I love their products and they take really good care of me. Michael, thanks for that follow. Appreciate it. Brushes, Purdy. What about you, man? What paint and brushes do you prefer? Damon, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Benjamin Moore gives you a good price, but they don't give out free shirts like Sherwin. Honestly, Sherwin's cut back on that a lot too. You like Sherwin-Williams, you use Coronas and Purdy's, yeah. A lot of people like Coronas, so I personally didn't care for them that much, to be honest. But any good painter can use any brush, like people have previously said. I mean, I could use them. My preference is Purdy. Business is good, man. Really busy right now. You love Corona brushes, but Worcester slept on. Yeah, Worcester has decent brushes too. Honestly, they all do. It's really just a matter of preference. I always think it's funny when people talk bad about certain paint companies or certain brushes. I mean, there are certain companies that I dislike too, but when it comes to Sherwin, Benjamin Moore, like Dunn Edwards, it's pretty much just whatever brand you prefer. They all make the same. They all make really high quality stuff. You don't really use, or you don't really buy Corona. Your dad uses them and gets mad because you buy Purdy. Yeah, not that serious, man. I have yet to try the Picasso Arrow-worthy brushes. I've heard a lot of good things about those. Actually, one brush I think is slept on is the Zebra. Zebra 2.5 for painting trim. That thing is amazing. It's like only like $12 at Home Depot. Zebra 3-inch flat. Yeah, that's a good brush too. I don't use all their little specialty brushes, but the 2.5 angled and the 3-inch flat are actually really, really good brushes. Yeah, I hear that a lot, that people think that Purdy used to be good, but they don't have luck with their newer brushes. I personally have never had an issue with any of their newer brushes, and that new Spyrex they came out with is amazing. Yeah, Clifford, if you have I think the Zebra sells them at Home Depot. You should check them out. They're, like I said, their 2.5-inch angle brush I think is like $12 at Home Depot. And it's got like super soft bristles, but it still cuts like nice clean line. It's really nice for like trim. That with emerald urethane, and you're looking at no brush strokes on your trim. You're thinking of trying out the Arrow with her? Yeah, I need to do that too. Honestly, I like trying everything at least once before I make an opinion about it. Have I used both Graco and Titans? Yes, but the only time I used a Titan was, gosh, I don't even know how many years ago. Probably 12 years ago. I bought a Titan. I can't even remember what model it was, to be honest, bro. But I just prefer Graco. I don't really have anything against Titan because I have very limited experience with them. I just love Gracos because I've been using them for like 19 years now, and never had any issues with any of my sprayers aside from like normal maintenance. I had a 390 for 10 years that I replaced the pump on one time. Aside from that, that thing just kept going. And I ended up selling it when I upgraded to the cordless 390, and it was still working just fine. So Gracos are just tough. They're reliable. I've never had an issue with them. You can say that Graco's a tough brand. Yeah. Yeah, just based on my experience. I mean, why would I switch over to a Titan now when I've been using Graco's my whole career and never had an issue? Even that little the Graco Ultra handheld before the quick shot, I had that thing for like 5 years, and ended up replacing the pump on it after like 4 years. But even their little portable sprayers like that, and the quick shot I've had for 3 years, never had to do anything to that. I use it on almost every project too. If you guys watch my videos, you probably see that. I really want to get that new Graco quick shot. That thing looks really nice. Titan here, but whatever works for y'all. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm sure Titan makes awesome equipment too. Stan, thanks for the follow. It's kind of like I ride dirt bikes. I like Hondas. I have a buddy who likes Yamahas. Pretty much the same bike, just one's blue and one's red. So it's kind of like the same with sprayers. Graco's blue, Titan's red. They both make great products. Yo, what's up, Garcia Bros Painting? How you doing, man? Man, they like 5K for all the Gracos. 5K for what Graco? How you doing, Garcia Bros? How's your weekend going so far, man? So I know Steady Line likes Titans. What's everyone's preference on sprayer? You guys like Titan or you like Graco? What's up, Austin? Welcome in, man. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna end the live right now. Been live for almost an hour, but I'll be going live again either tomorrow or Tuesday. So keep your eye out for that red circle. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out. And I appreciate all you guys' support, and I'll